Star Wars, a pop culture phenomenon, a space opera for the ages. But beneath the epic battles and dazzling special effects lies a profound narrative. Star Wars is not just entertainment, it's a spiritual initiation disguised as a fantasy. It's a call to look within, to confront the forces that shape our lives, and to choose our own destiny. The films resonate with audiences worldwide, not just because of their technical brilliance, but because they tap into something deeper. They mirror our own struggles with good and evil, fear and courage, love and loss. The characters, though set in a galaxy far, far away, are reflections of ourselves, embodying the universal archetypes that reside within us all. Luke Skywalker, the farm boy yearning for adventure, represents the potential that lies dormant within each of us. Princess Leia, the fierce rebel leader, embodies courage and determination in the face of oppression. Darth Vader, the fallen Jedi consumed by darkness, serves as a cautionary tale of the seductive power of fear and anger. Through these characters and their interwoven journeys, Star Wars invites us on our own heroic quest. It challenges us to confront the shadows within ourselves, to embrace the power of choice, and ultimately to become the heroes of our own lives. The Force, the mystical energy field that binds the galaxy together, is often misunderstood. It is not a tool to be wielded, nor a weapon to be controlled. It is a fundamental aspect of existence, a raw and untamed energy that flows through all living things. The Jedi, in their quest for order, sought to control the Force, to bend it to their will. They developed rigid doctrines and practices, attempting to suppress emotions and deny the natural flow of energy. But the Force cannot be contained. It cannot be categorized as simply light or dark. It simply is. The Sith, driven by their lust for power, sought to exploit the Force, to twist it to their own selfish ends. They embraced their darkest impulses, believing that true power came from domination and control. But their pursuit of power ultimately consumed them, leaving them twisted and broken. The true nature of the Force lies not in control, but in acceptance, in surrendering to its flow, in embracing the full spectrum of our emotions, both light and dark. It is in this surrender that we discover our true potential, not as masters of the Force, but as conduits for its boundless energy. The Jedi and Sith, often portrayed as polar opposites, are ultimately two sides of the same coin. Both orders are driven by a desire for control, seeking to impose their will upon the Force. The Jedi, with their rigid dogma and emotional suppression, strive for an artificial sense of order, ultimately creating the very imbalance they seek to prevent. Their detachment from the natural world, their attempts to transcend their emotions, blinds them to the subtle manipulations of the dark side. The Sith, on the other hand, embrace chaos and exploit fear. Wielding the Force as a weapon of domination, they succumb to their darkest impulses, believing that true power lies in control and subjugation. Their hunger for power ultimately consumes them, leaving them hollow shells ruled by their own inner demons. The truth is, the Force does not favor light over darkness or order over chaos. It simply exists. It is a neutral force, a reflection of the universe itself, encompassing both creation and destruction, harmony and discord. To truly understand the Force, one must move beyond the simplistic dichotomy of Jedi and Sith, embracing the totality of existence, the light and the darkness within us all. Section 4, The Chosen One, a Fallacy of Destiny. The prophecy of the Chosen One, the one destined to bring balance to the Force, is a seductive lie. It promises salvation from an external source, a messianic figure who will swoop in and solve all our problems. But this belief in external saviors is a dangerous trap. It breeds complacency, a passive acceptance of the status quo, and a relinquishing of our own agency. The Force does not choose favorites. It does not play favorites. It does not offer shortcuts to enlightenment or guarantees of victory. The power to shape our destiny lies not in ancient prophecies or external saviors, but within ourselves. Each of us possesses the potential for both great good and terrible evil. We are all capable of acts of extraordinary courage and compassion, just as we are capable of succumbing to fear and hatred. The choices we make, the actions we take, these are what shape our destiny, not some predetermined cosmic plan. Section 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Again and again, the Galactic Empire, with its iron grip on the galaxy, represents the forces of oppression and tyranny that have plagued humanity throughout history. But the Empire is not simply a monolithic entity, an external force to be defeated. It is a reflection of the darkness that resides within us all, the potential for cruelty, greed, and the lust for power. And just when we think it's defeated, the Empire re-emerges, often stronger and more insidious than before. The First Order rises from the ashes of the Empire, mirroring the cyclical nature of oppression. History repeats itself, not because of fate, but because we fail to learn from the mistakes of the past. We become complacent, seduced by the illusion of peace and security, allowing the seeds of darkness to take root once more. The fight against the dark side is not a battle that can be won once and for all. It is a perpetual struggle, an ongoing process of self-reflection and vigilance. The forces of fear and hatred will always seek to exploit our weaknesses, to divide us and turn us against one another. It is only through conscious effort, through compassion and understanding, that we can hope to break this cycle and create a more just and equitable galaxy. Section 6. The Dark Side, a reflection in the mirror. The dark side of the Force is not some external evil lurking in the shadows, waiting to corrupt the innocent. It is a reflection of our own inner darkness, the fear, anger, and hatred that reside within us all. It is the shadow self, the part of us that we try to deny and suppress. The Sith, with their seductive promises of power and control, offer a false path to enlightenment. They teach that the key to happiness lies in dominating others, in bending the world to our will. But this path leads only to suffering, both for ourselves and for those around us. To overcome the darkness, we must first acknowledge its existence within ourselves. We must confront our shadow selves, our deepest fears and insecurities. Only then can we begin to heal the wounds that drive us to anger and hatred. The Jedi, in their attempts to deny their emotions, ultimately failed to conquer the darkness within. They sought to suppress their shadow selves, to cut themselves off from the full spectrum of human experience. But true strength lies not in denying our darkness, but in integrating it, in embracing the totality of who we are. Section 7. Awaken your Force. The journey begins now. The Star Wars saga is more than just a story. It is a mirror reflecting our own potential for both good and evil. It is a call to action, an invitation to embark on our own heroic journeys of self-discovery and transformation. The Force is not a mystical power reserved for a select few. It flows through all of us, connecting us to one another and to the universe itself. It is the energy of creation, of love, of hope. But it is also the energy of destruction, of fear, of despair. The choice is ours. Will we succumb to the darkness, allowing fear and anger to control our lives? Or will we embrace the light, choosing compassion, courage, and love? The journey is not easy. There will be challenges, setbacks, and temptations along the way, but the rewards are immeasurable. For in choosing to awaken our own Force, we not only transform ourselves, but we also contribute to the transformation of the world around us. The galaxy needs heroes, but it doesn't need Jedi or Sith, saviors or conquerors. It needs individuals who are willing to face themselves, to embrace the full spectrum of their being, and to use their power for good. The Force is calling. Will you answer?